I'm FOMOing for the second time this week. Why? You'll find out on Dat Pulse. Dat Pulse. All right, first off, thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you to all the patrons. I really appreciate all that support. Looking at the Bitcoin price here, as you can see on the daily, we've been just falling for the last 3 days. It's not looking good. It's starting to turn very bearish, not completely bearish because we still haven't got the cross on the 1334, but we are below the cloud and we are below the moving averages. We're due for a bounce, maybe a bounce to the 13, up to the 34. But we're we held this support line here around 90, around 95 to 9,000. We held that support, but you don't want to keep on bouncing off of support, because if you keep testing something, keep testing that level, you're probably going to break through it eventually. We also haven't gotten oversold. Sell volume is increased, so there's still a lot of sellers. So it's not looking too good right now, but I do think we are bouncing right now. So this is a bounce, but I won't start feeling positive until we get back above this moving average and above this cloud. Looking at TRX also not looking good anymore. It was the day before yesterday. It was looking good because we were getting above that 13, but as you can see, we never closed above the 13. So, probably wouldn't have anyway if it weren't for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin goes up, it's gonna fall. Bitcoin goes down, it's gonna fall a little bit less. Noticing that it's not really falling as much when Bitcoin goes up, but when it falls, it does fall a little bit more. We'll see but the point is it falls either way. Another one, looking at IOST, because we're about to talk about it. IOST is still looking good, looking better than most things. It's in between the 1334, still got a bearish cross, but I'm waiting to see how this triangle plays out. If we can get a brick above, that will be pretty bullish. So I'm trying to hold on to my IOST and not dump it just yet. All right, first things first, Beehive going great. I'm up to 1,168 wax an hour and 846 honey an hour. I'm working on my space bee, so I need to top up. Right now, those are 75,000 wax. So I need to top up. I'm gonna top this up with about 40,000 wax, 800 TRX. So my plan for this is I'm going to accumulate and just reinvest everything. Just build this up for a month and see where it goes, because I'm only put like 10,000 TRX in it. I've been putting more in it, but I just want to see how big this can get. I'm treating it like a game. So let me go ahead and get my space bee. Working on number 3. So that bumps me up to about 1,300 wax an hour and 938 honey an hour. I also upgraded this. I keep forgetting to upgrade. Also, check this right here. You want to click this because you're missing out. You're probably missing out on basically free bees, because you get wax and you can use those to purchase bees. So make sure you click this and check this. Topia doing its thing. Topia divs aren't looking good, but the diamond divs still looking good. 73,000, 9 hours left. I'm glad I got my diamond divs. I'm glad I got my diamonds. Now on to what you clicked onto the video for. IOST win. So I got some inside information. Make sure you join my Telegram so you don't miss out on this stuff. So I just got this was yesterday at 5:11 p.m. So I just got some inside info on iostwin.co. They are stopping their win mining within 24 hours and will burn the unminted tokens. 843 mil will be the final supply. The win token will then act a lot like Wink's win token and pay IOST from all games. Also, they are going to start mining of a new token that will be very similar to Trombet's Dice. This came from an admin of their channel via PM, so take your FOMO lightly. So basically, they've ended all the win mining. Now, IOST Win, if you're not familiar, this was one of the first casinos on IOST right there where I play. And right now IOST is kind of looking for a home base, and IOST Win is a good fit because they have an exchange built in and they've been around and they're basically starting their mining over. So as you can see, these Win tokens are starting to go up in value because they are now limited supply. They're not mined. So these are going up. I expect these to go, I mean, I don't know how high, but they're up 206%. So don't FOMO and buy these. Unless you, unless you know, it's up to you. Also, so they have a new token, IDT. So right now it's looking a lot like TronBet, where you have Win. It's funny that their token was called Win before TronBet, but the thing that I love about IOST Win, I've been with IOST Win since the beginning. I've always had some Win tokens accumulating small divs, but this div pool does not reset. It basically pays out 50% of it a day, a small percentage of it every hour. So it will always, well, not always go up, but it will never reset every 24 hours. Every hour, this amount right here gets taken from it and paid out to everyone. But what I think we will expect this number will continue to just keep rising as people are mining the new token, IDT. Now IDT is at 82,000 and it has the same kind of implementation. So I am at 939,000 of these. The progress is still very early. We've only mined 10 million of 800 million. So this is still very early. This has a bug, so it's not showing the progress bar, but we're probably like down here somewhere. So after this stage, it's gonna drop drastically how many IDT you're gonna get per 100K IOST. So this is like always, earliest first round. If you're gonna mine, try and get in on the first round. I had to free some gas. I had to free some IOST for gas, and I mined all night, so my iGas got to 99%. So I got to refreeze some more IOST, but I'm definitely gonna start back mining this after this video, and just keep on going, and I probably will do this. I will probably mine this until I see this number right here stop going up. And I don't think that's gonna happen for a while, at least for the first round. I don't see this number starting to go backwards. And even then, it will do it slowly. Like the Win pool, before this happened, it was at like 20,000 IOST. So even with it being dead, it never went to zero. It was always paying out some divs. So I've spent about 28,000 so far IOST. I'm expected to get about 2,900 a day, but you can see this number is gonna just keep going up until people stop mining, and I don't see that happen, at least for the first next 2 or 3 days. That's how it usually goes. IOST on the floor right now, so it might be a good buy. If I'm gonna buy some, I'm gonna wait for the cross. That's just how I do things. But yeah, check it out, iostwin.co. They also have the exchange. They have another game coming out. It's a good time for that space, man. Everyone's figured out what works. You have to keep on making new tokens for each game. You know, you have to keep creating income for your platform, because you're gonna have the gamblers, but to keep that volume, you're gonna have to give the players some kind of incentive to play here right now. And that's what I think all the developers are starting to find out. Make sure you join my Telegram to get info like this. Jason Stallings says wild. So yes, this is wild. That how everyone's figuring this out. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and don't talk to me unless it's about decentralized applications. Peace.